This video is proudly sponsored by Gamersgate. Download games anytime, anywhere. Visit Gamersgate.com.
Welcome to Elder Geeks Elder Speak. Today is Tuesday, May 15th, 2012. My name is Randy Yasenchak. I'm the owner and editor of ElderGeek.com. There was no Elder Speak yesterday because I was actually working on a video preview for Heroes and Generals. So if you haven't checked that out, stop what you're doing right now, which is watching this video, and then go check that out. And when you're done, then come back and check this out. Put a little bit of time into that video. I think it turned out pretty nicely. It is a very cool game. I'm personally going to stop playing it for just a little bit. I kind of want to keep it fresh for when they do the actual full release of the game. So I don't want to wear myself out on it until then. But today in the background, you're going to be seeing a different game. Everybody out there is playing Diablo 3 or Max Payne right now, or DayZ, the Arma expansion, but just to kind of change things up, it'd be different from everything else that I've been doing. You're going to be seeing some Splinter Cell Conviction going on in the background. I don't know why, just kind of had an itch to play that game, and so that's what I'm playing today. But short news day today, because like I said, everybody out there is either playing Max Payne today, Diablo 3, or they're playing the DayZ expansion, or the mod for Arma 2, and I guess that's what we'll actually start with. Arma 2 is actually just crushing on the Steam sales charts. It's right now it's number 2 on Steam. It was number 1 for a little bit, but right now it's number 2. Number 1 is actually being taken up by Dear Esther because it's on sale for like $5 or something like that. But ever since this DayZ mod has come out, the game has quintupled in sales. That's 5 times the amount that they were selling before. So congratulations to the Arma 2 team, I suppose, because now they're probably rolling in money thanks to a modder. With all hopes, and I really hope that they work something out with the modder that created this, or the modders that created this, because that is a lot of money coming their way based on somebody else who is not actually a part of the team. So hopefully they, I don't know, bring him onto the team somehow, or perhaps they kick him in on some of the sales. I'm just saying, they're a lot more wealthy now than they were just a few days ago, and it's all thanks to somebody else who had nothing to do with the original game. That's it. That's my 2 cents. But like I said, I'm going to burn through this as quickly as I can so everybody can get back to their gaming and move on. According to Major Nelson, the Minecraft edition of the Xbox 360 edition of Minecraft broke all types of digital sales records, and within its first week sold, I believe it's 1 million copies. I mean, at the moment, there's 400,000 people playing, so within the first week, I believe they sold 1 million units. But at any given moment, there's something like 400,000 people online playing, which is ridiculous. I mean, that's good news, I guess, for Mojang, just more money in their pocket, I suppose. But wow, just a ton of people who were dying to play the game that did not have a PC good enough to be able to run a game as simple as Minecraft. Now, I know people are going to come back and say, well, Minecraft is a remarkably processor and RAM heavy game, and I disagree. I still think that it's a pretty low spec game. But that's big news for Minecraft. Let's see. Coming up next, there's also a dirty little rumor, according to Picky Geek, that there's a Battlefield Premium launching soon. Now, this is actually kind of going back a little bit to... Well, I guess I should say that this is EA and DICE really going back on almost everything that they're saying, or all the promises that they've been making to their customers up until now, which in my book is just bad juju. They had said a long time ago, they actually had said they were never ever going to charge for map packs, but lo and behold, now they're charging for map packs. And then they were going to be saying they were always going to be doing dedicated servers, and then now dedicated servers are going away, and now we're looking at Battlefield Premium, which is looking to be, basically the answer to what Call of Duty Elite was. So, wow. I mean, if the Battlefield series continues to go down this path, I don't know how closely I will follow that series anymore. On a personal note, ElderGeek.com as a whole, I'm sure we're gonna have somebody that on the game to review it, but I personally won't want to spend my money on that kind of thing at all. I have no interest in it. So there you have it. If that comes true, it's going to be really sad, and I will bet you there will be a lot of people with pitchforks and torches outside of not just EA's buildings, but DICE's as well. DICE, this is more of a disappointment thing coming from DICE. I think everybody was kind of expecting it from EA, but from DICE, I think people are going to be really, really disappointed by this. There was a story earlier, end of last week / early this week, that the store Game, G-A-M-E all caps, which is an Australian brick and mortar sales store, they were not going to be honoring their pre-sale copies of Diablo 3, and Blizzard, being the pulling off a pretty nice move here. If you've actually proven that you've pre-ordered the game through Game, Blizzard will honor that, and they'll actually give you a copy of Diablo 3. So good on them, and good news for all of our Aussie listeners out there who might have pre-ordered the game through Game. Boy, that sounds totally redundant. Anyway, Capcom is actually coming forward, and they are, I don't want to say if they're really apologizing, but they are acknowledging the fact that everybody wants their head on sticks right now for the way that they've been handling on-disc DLC. They're basically acknowledging that they're acknowledging that everybody's angry at them, and they're going to be changing their business practices. Now, of course, there's a few games that they're working on right now that are too close to release that they're going to be able to change this type of practice on, like Dragon's Dogma, and I believe there's going to be a few other games that are going to be coming out shortly thereafter where they can't control that kind of thing. But they are going to be rethinking the way they do DLC and the way that they're going to be actually packaging it onto the disc, etc., etc. So good news, I guess, coming from Capcom. It's a shame that it had to come about this way, but good on gamers everywhere, I suppose. It's sometimes it doesn't seem like much when all we do is sometimes just go to forum boards and just kind of complain about them, but I guess if we do it enough and everywhere and loudly enough people will actually get through to Capcom and they will listen, or I should just say to game developers kind of everywhere, and they'll get through to them and actually listen. So that's fantastic news. But that's really all it from me today. I gotta say, we're working hard on the Diablo 3 video review. Mott's is actually working on that right now. Our version of Max Payne 3 is actually going to be a PC version that we're going to be reviewing, and that does not unlock until June 1st, so don't expect a Max Payne 3 video review from us until at least June. And coming from me right now, like I said, I just whipped out the preview for Heroes and Generals, and I've actually got a couple of other video projects that I'm working on as well, and so is Patrick. So lots to come from us. Just sit tight, and there will soon be another gush of videos coming from us. But thanks very much, everybody, for listening. There weren't any questions or anything over the weekend, so I'm assuming that it's just because everybody was kind of amped up all weekend long waiting for Diablo 3 to kind of unlock. But if anybody does have any questions or comments, you can send them to info@elder-geek.com. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Twitch, where actually right now Shen and Trevor are streaming Diablo 3, so if you actually want to watch some Diablo 3 gameplay footage with Elder Geek commentary, you can head on over there. And that really should do it for me today. Thanks so much, everybody. Hope you had all a great weekend, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.